What up, Dave? And
What
hello,
up, man?
pilots. We are doing a beta box review. We're gonna say, give our opinions on every card, say whether or not we think it's good or not, and maybe if it's gonna get better when the full set releases.
Oh, I think it's gonna get way better, dude. You have no idea.
So, there are some
This is
cards that aren't
just the
very,
beginning of it, dude.
yeah, there are some cards that aren't super good right now that I think might get a lot better once full set one releases. So let's hop straight into it, and we're looking at Mr. Gundam RX-78.
Yep, the one with the effect, saying,
Yeah,
because there are two.
yeah. The one with repair 2, and then during pair, all your units get AP +1 during your turn.
This card's
It's
goaded
not
with the
bad.
sauce.
Yep, it's good. It's a 3/4. It can still be run into by wing. But the stat line's good with an Amuro. It's a 5/5, which is fine, and with repair 2, like it's a good card.
So yeah, just because when
worth
it
running.
pairs with Amara, like if you play this on turn 3 going second, and your opponent, like say you're playing against the mirror in blue, and your opponent just drops a gun cannon, like try to set up for a good play, and then you just play Gundam and Armor Ray, rest their gun cannon, or anything on their board really. It's just like
Yep,
really
run into it.
yeah, run into it and then heal it all back. Or it's
Yep,
goaded with
run
the
into
sauce.
anything without anything without 5 attack, which is basically nothing that isn't paired at least. So yeah, it's a good card.
Yep.
I wouldn't run it at 4, probably 2 or 3, but it's a really good card.
I think usually it's a 3 or 4 up actually. I think that card is that.
I have actually, our next card is Gundam MA form, and I've actually been higher on this card than the other Gundam,
That
the
card's
one that we
great.
just saw.
You know this
If
card
I'm running,
draws one card.
yeah, I've been running. It does. I've been actually running more MA forms than I do Repair Gundam lately.
So the only problem I have with MA form is the fact that it is level 5. It costs
Yeah,
3.
but actually, I think that's a good thing because it can't be run into by Wing Gundam. Like I've actually, the more that I play, the more that I realize the level
True.
5s, like having a good chunk of level 5s in your deck is good because
Wing Gundam can't
then you
just
can
swing
like,
into it.
yeah, because Wing Gundam is spoiler alert, Wing Gundam's probably the best unit in the set.
Wing Gundam is the well. I'm gonna say Wing Gundam is the second best unit in the set because it is the biggest unit that does the best things.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the draw, since draw is so small in the beta set right now, that draw and then you paired with Amuro Ray is like just really good.
You link with Armor
And
Ray, you
then
can pair it with
yeah,
anything.
you link with Amuro Ray. When you pair it, you draw one, and then
If it's a white base.
yeah. So it's just good.
It's a
Like
very
it's
good
just
card.
good. It's a really good card.
The next card we're looking at is GM. The one drop at level 2, the 2/2. It has no link. It's
Yeah.
bad. I think it's bad.
Yeah, it needs to be a 3/2. It's what charge it wants to be Charzaku, or it wants to be Zaku too, but it's just not like the 2/2 stat line just doesn't
It
do
needs to
it.
be a
It's really
3/1.
not worth running. A 3/1 or something like that. Yeah, it's not really not worth running. Unless you absolutely have to run it because you don't have the cards. But if you don't have the cards to fill in the space, just proxy them.
Yeah, 100%.
Our
Yeah.
next one is our pilot. First pilot here is Amuro Ray, and Amuro Ray is goaded.
So this card
is
on
so
the
good.
scale of goated is literally the goat on the wall. That's like 89 degrees.
Yeah, I think he's the second best pilot behind Kira.
I think Amuro is the best pilot.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
I'm gonna say Amuro is the best pilot.
Amuro's, he's definitely up there. He's top 2. We'll say he's top 2.
I think
Top
they
2
can
pilots.
share the spot. They can share the spot. But
yeah.
Amuro Ray
+2/+1, add to your hand with burst, and then resting something with 5 or
resting
less
a
HP, which is
blocker or a
basically
target
anything.
to attack
Yeah.
is super strong.
What's our next card?
Thoroughly damage the command card. That also is Kobayashi the pilot. It is basically the same thing as a future card we're going to look at, Gun Tank. During the main step, you can use it as the command. It's a level 2/1. And you just choose a rested dude and deal 1 damage. Or you can attach it to a unit to give it, as a white base team and Earth Federation, give it +1 defense and give it any paired bonuses, of course. I think this card's decent. I think it's playable.
I don't think it's playable.
I think it's playable.
Because the ping, you're pinging something but not getting like something on board, which like yes, pinging something can kill it, which is fine. But the +0/+1, if it was like a +1/+1, I think it would be fine. But the +0/+1, I still wouldn't want to put this on Gundam MA form. I would just rather run pilots for my other color than run this.
I didn't say it was good.
Honestly,
It was playable.
It's
As a command
playable.
card. As a command card.
I don't know.
I
I don't know about that, man. I don't think it's playable as a command card either.
think it's playable as like a command card if you're trying to tech it in at like 1 or 2.
That's fair. That's fine.
Like if you're going for like some
fine.
white blue shenanigans with like Ariel and trying to get the like Academy command
was
commands in there bonus, like it's definitely playable.
If it was a main action for its command, I think it would be a lot better. But the fact that it's just
crazy.
a main, the fact that it's just a main really drops it down, because I would rather just play more. Personally, I'd rather just play more Gun Tank.
Well, this is just more Gun Tank.
Like more copies of Gun Tank.
To play 4 Gun Tank and like 2 of this.
Yeah,
6 Gun Tanks, technically. Well, 5
We've moved on to Kai's Resolve. It's a level 3 1-cost command. Main, heal 3 HP from a unit, and then it's Kai Shiden, Earth Federation, white base team, +1/+0 on pair. I think this card is less
playable than Thoroughly Damaged.
Yeah, I want to like this card because like healing 3 seems nice, but then you realize it's still just gonna die.
Yeah, it just dies.
So maybe it
like
gets
the
better.
Best thing to heal is Wing Gundam from like 4 to 7.
Yeah, right. That's the only way that it doesn't immediately die.
Yep. And I mean, +1/+0. It's not doing much. The only thing it has going for it is that it is white base team.
Yeah, that's really the only thing it has going for it.
And it's a command card.
Yep.
Now we have a much the next card. This card is like the best. This is the best base. Period. White base.
I'll argue that it's definitely, it could be the best base.
It's the best base. It's white base.
Yeah, it's white base. It's amazing, and it has it's got Gundam there with it. Why is it the best base? That's a good question. Like,
so this card is it has the maximum stat line on a base. It does cost the most to play out. It is shared with Fall Mel. You have to be level 3 to play it for 2. 0/5, and as normal with bases, when deployed, adds shield to your hand. You can pay 2 at any time during your main phase, once per turn. Depending on the number of dudes you have on the board, if you have 0, you will make a 3/3 vanilla Gundam token. If you have 1 dude on the board, you will make a 2/2 gun cannon.
Yep.
If you have 2 or more dudes, you will make a 1/1 gun tank. All vanillas, no links targets. They are just dudes. You pay 2 for a dude. You get at any point during your turn.
Once per turn. Yeah, and I just think it's good. Like, regardless, even if you're only making a 1/1, like that's a dude on board that doesn't.
Shields have 1
hand.
HP.
Exactly, it's a dude on board that doesn't. That doesn't come from your hand. So it's just really good.
Yep, and shields have 1 HP. So if you can do it without like ruining like your game plan, do it.
Yeah, and unlike other bases, this one doesn't require you to already have stuff on field for it to be effective, like some other bases.
And it doesn't make the tokens rested. It just makes tokens.
Exactly. You have nothing on field, make a 3/3, and then start playing dudes.
Yep.
So really good card. Our next one is still really good. Gun Cannon. It's a level 3 2-cost. It's got repair 1, and then when you pair it, rest an enemy unit with 2 HP or less, and then it links with a white base team trait, which is
Do you know Armor Ray is a white base team?
Armor Ray is a white base team.
Did you know if you pair Armor Ray with Gun Cannon, you can rest a 2 HP, and then Armor Ray will rest a 5 HP unit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty dang good.
And it's linked so you can swing straight into shields.
Yep.
So yeah, and 2/3 stat line is decent. It's not the best.
It's respectable.
3/2 is typically better.
It's respectable as a 2-drop.
It becomes a 4/4 with Armor Ray on it.
It
And
becomes
it can
a
it
3/5 with Soletta Mercury.
that is true, and it trades pretty decently, even as a 4/4 or as a 3/5. It trades pretty decently.
Mm-hmm.
And it can pair with anything to get that rest
Yep,
supplement
anything can
to
pair with
less
it to get
HP.
the rest.
I don't think you're running a 4 of, but a 2 to
Nice,
3
a
of
nice
is
3 of I
definitely
think is
good.
a nice
Yeah,
solid number.
3. Yeah,
3 of is
3
a
in
nice
most
solid number. If
decks,
you're playing
2
blue
in
and you
other
want to
ones,
play it,
and then we get to a bit of a disappointing one.
so I want to argue that Unicorn Gundam Unicorn Mode is a fantastic card if you're playing in free.
That's yeah. I think
In
for free for all it would be
1v1s,
good.
this card is too.
Yeah,
In free for alls where there are many different player targets, this card is goaded with the sauce
yeah, that's fair.
because you play 4 of it and you play 4 links, and this card just gives you insane value
Yeah,
because it's a 4/3. Banger links is, I believe, a 2/2 bonus. 2/2
yeah,
is
yeah,
pretty good when it comes to increasing stats, and it makes him a 6/5.
yeah. Makes him a 6/5, and
And
then
if he
you
dies, you add banger
draw.
links back to your hand
Yeah,
with this
with
card
Manager links, you draw a card, and then when it dies, so you don't lose any. You really
You'll.
don't lose anything off of that.
And the best part is if they're like, I need to get this thing off the board. If you bounce it, he's just gonna draw another card.
That's true.
So
Yep.
it's a very terrifying thing to see hit the board in free for all.
I will. Yeah, I'll give you that. In like free for all, or maybe even 2v2, it's a lot better.
Yeah,
And then
and
we may.
not in the 1v1 format. Unicorn
Yeah,
sucks in 1v1 because it's just too slow and requires too much.
exactly. The level 5 could be nice again for Wing Gundam, but like, yeah,
Yep,
you'd
because Wing
rather
Gunner
just
can't kill it,
run.
so like that's
Yeah,
like the only
yeah,
way to remove it is like the
you'd
bounce it or like
rather. Yeah, you'd rather run RX-78 Repair 2 or MA Form, I
yeah,
think.
100%. But in like free for all, you play both.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure.
Now the next card is the best card in the game.
You think so?
Yes, this card is insane.
Gun Tank is really good.
Untank, a 1-drop, level 2, a 1 attack, 2 defense, on deploy, king arrested dude.
Yeah. I think a good thing with this is if they're playing like Zaku 2 and they swing into your EX base, the next turn you can ping it down for 1. If you have 2 gun tank, you can kill
you
it.
kill a Charzaku 2, they make their token, you play gun tank, you're like,
Yeah, you play gun tank, you take care of it. The tokens from Fall Mel, stuff like that. Any of the 1/1s created off of White Base. It's it's versatile. It's
yep.
definitely very versatile. Its stat line does hold it back a little bit as a 1/2 itself, but that ping damage can just absolutely ruin somebody.
Yep, it gets them into ranges, like whether
Yep.
it be for a bounce effect or the intercept orders.
Yeah, intercept. Well, no, intercept orders has 2 rest units, and this has
No,
to
like it
rest.
gets them into ranges, so like you can ping something for 1, put it into that range, so that on the next turn you can just intercept orders it.
That's fair. Yeah, or ping it for 1 so you can swing into it with something else because you need that 1 extra damage.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just very versatile. The better you are with gun tank, the better gun tank becomes.
Yep.
After that is G Fighter, and I'm a big fan of this card. There's a lot of white base team unit. There's a lot of white base team units.
There are too many. There's so many.
I want to try it out more. I haven't really played with it as much because I've been playing with a lot of like white green. So I want to try out a more blue heavy, like maybe white blue,
so
green blue.
The best thing is that this thing can target itself.
That's true. It can, because it it's not choose another one. It's choose one of your white base team units.
Too.
Yeah, it gains high maneuver during this turn, and it can link with a white base team.
Yep.
So you can choose itself and then swing immediately. So and it's a level 3 2 cost 3/2, which is fine. Like great stat line.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good card. Look out for somebody who knows how to play G Fighter really well is going to do a lot of damage.
Yes, it is a blue aggro deck that's definitely needs to be made.
Yep.
The next few cards are disappointments.
The
Lotto is a 2/2 for 2 at level 2. It can link with an Earth Federation. It's rough, buddy.
Yeah, it's just it as a 2-2-2-2. Like it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
You can't run a 2-2. You absolutely just cannot run a 2-2. The level 4 2 cost Gundam RX-78-2 is it's a 2-4-3-4. I This card
Not worth.
is more playable than Lodo.
Yeah.
100% in it, links with Amuro Ray.
Yeah,
which is
it's
pretty
definitely
nice.
playable.
It
'Cause
becomes a 5/5. Yeah,
It's a
and it
3/4.
costs 2 instead of 3, which can make a big difference for like resource management. So it's definitely playable. It's not the best, but it's playable. But Ball is just don't run it. It's
Ball's a trap.
Ball is a trap. Newer players will see, oh, I can recover an HP off of something. It's fine. It's decent. No, it's a 1-1-1-1. Like it's just not worth it.
Yeah, just play Gun Tank, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. The next card is currently I don't think is worth it. And even later on, I don't think is worth it. It's a 3-2-2-3, and then it gains cost -1 if you have 2 or more other Earth Federation units in play. It's Gian.
There's not enough Earth Federation units to have on the board early unless you're playing Ball.
Well, also the issue with it is it's a 2-3, not a 3-2. Like if it was a 3-2, it would definitely be more playable.
Oh, it's a 2? Yeah, you're right.
It's a 2-3. Yeah. So it just I think in this game, in most games, having bigger ass is better, but I think in this game having more attack is better in most cases.
Yeah, because you can just fix the ass with Pilot.
Yeah, with a pilot or something like a Suleta or something like that. So Jigen's not really worth it, but the next card is.
Razel is very good as a 3-2 with 4 attack.
Yeah, 4. It's a 3-2, 4-3
vanilla. Doesn't link though. That's the only downside.
No, it doesn't link, but it kills so much shit. It kills up so easily.
Very good.
Like it kills Ale Strike, it kills Perfect Strike, it kills Launcher Strike, it kills Heavy Arms, it kills so much stuff that has a higher cost than it. Like it's just really good. Like if I'm in blue, I start the deck with 4 Rezel.
No, you don't. You start with 4 Gun Tank. Get out of here.
No, I start with 4 Rezel. Gun Tank gets added later.
Yeah.
Rezel is just so good. Next is our pilot Bandager Lynx. It's a level 5 1 cost, which I think the level 5 really holds it back. Though it is a 2-2.
+2/+2 is insane.
The 2-2 is really good, but its win paired ability is only if it's a link unit, and the only current link unit for Bandager Lynx, I think, is Unicorn mode. So it's like the 2-2 is nice, but like
so
if I'm in
playing
blue
it with
white,
Unicorn, you want to pair it with Unicorn, get the draw, and when it dies, exactly. You just use him you just slam in him to another mech.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so
the 2-2's nice, and
you have a dude, you play it, you swing it, you pick him up, you kill a big dude, and you put him on the other dude, and you swing for bigger.
But the issue with that is you have to be running Unicorn mode in 1v1 to make
I'm not talking about 1v1. This card sucks at 1v1.
Yeah, in free for all, it's better. But like if I'm talking about like this is like for mostly a 1v1 ideal setting. It's not worth it because I'd rather play 4 Amuro as my blue, and then I'd utilize the pilots from the other color because you've got much better pilots in your other colors, in your white and your green.
Yeah.
But yeah, Unicorn plus Bandager Lynx is pretty good for free for all or 2v2. What about our next pilot?
Rene Marcianus. It gives the unit +1 AP if it has repair. +1/+1. It's level 3 pilot for 1. Earth Federation. Not white based, just Earth Federation.
Yeah, just Earth Federation, which does work with a number of things, I do believe. But it does work with the Gundams.
It works with Gun Cannon, Gundam.
It doesn't work with MA form. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's really not.
It's just
it works with Lodo. It works with Lodo.
It works with Lodo. It works with.
It's totally worth it. It's just not worth running, honestly.
Maybe
maybe in the base set, maybe in set 1, it'll be better, but currently it's just not worth it. Like you could just run Amuro Ray and get your 2-1, or you could just run Bandager Lynx and get your 2-2.
Yeah. This next
Um,
card's good with the sauce though.
yeah, Intercept Orders is pretty good. It's a level 4 2 cost command. On burst, you rest a 5 HP or less unit, and then main or action phase, you can choose 1 or 2 enemy units with 3 or less HP and rest them. And I ran into this versus you earlier today, and it absolutely ruined me.
Well, it didn't lose you the game. It should have.
No,
if I was playing it correctly, but
yeah, it's good. It's a good card. I wouldn't run it at max copies. I think 2 is fine.
2 is 1 or 2. You could play as a 1 of.
Yeah. It having the burst ability makes it a lot better because you don't lose it when it comes out of shield. And I think if you're really, really like if you time it really well, this card can absolutely devastate somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Our next card.
Not agreed. Oh, I mean, show of resolve.
Oh God, what?
What's this card do? This card does the what? What does that say?
It allows me to draw 2 cards from the top of my deck.
This card is a +1. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a level 4 3 cost. The only thing holding it back is it's a 3 cost, so you have to be really careful of how you cast it and when you cast it, so you don't lose too much tempo on it. But like draw 2 is really, really good, and with how few draw abilities we have in the game right now in the beta phase, this is just really, really good. Yes. Super. I don't know, maybe 4, definitely 3, maybe 4.
Whoa, it's 4 of.
It's 4. If you're in blue green, you play 4 of this because it's your only draw spell. But if you're in like blue white, you have a arguably better draw spell. So I don't think you need to max out on this.
4 of.
And then our base side 7 isn't worth running.
Actually, let me stop you right there.
Oh,
this card is very good. This card's insane.
You're memeing.
No, I'm actually not.
You're trolling.
Our buddy Jose is playing this card.
I don't know why it's an 04, bro.
It doesn't matter. If it's a 5, it blows up the Wing Gundam anyway.
Yes, but this dies to any 4 cost, to any 4 AP swing into it. Like it's just not.
However, it keeps your dudes alive. You can keep a dude alive.
1 HP is gonna matter 5% of the time.
Whoa! When you repair 2 off of your Gundam, and you go to 1, if you go to 1 damage on it, that's a difference between that Gundam dying to a 4 attack.
Yes, but
this could be white base. You're trading the HP on this base.
But this could be white base, or it could be Archangel, or it could be Fall Mel. Like,
I'm not saying you play this card at 4. I'm saying this card comes into play and makes a difference when it does.
Sure, we'll go with that. I think this card is unplayable. David thinks that you could play this card. I think it's absolutely unplayable. So we will agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, I think this card. I'm not saying this card is great. I'm just saying this card is playable, and when it is played, it comes up and it matters.
All right, we're moving on to green. And we're starting with the best green card. Actually, the best card in the game. Sorry, Guntank.
Best unit in the game.
Yes.
By
Wing Gundam.
By stat line. When linked.
By stat line, when linked, and then just by ability. Its ability is fucking disgusting.
So when it destroys an enemy unit, by the way, you just blow up a base.
Blow up a base or ping a shield. Also, you can attack any enemy unit that's level 4 or lower. It could be active if you want it to be.
Yep.
Like,
I've been misplaying this card a lot in my videos.
Yeah, actually,
every time I swing it, I'm swinging into an Ale Strike because I'm like, it's gonna block anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
The 4/5 naturally, but with Hero Yui,
it's a 7/7.
7/7.
7/7. The only quote unquote drawback is it's a level 6, so it takes a while to get to it.
That's cute because the next card ramps you an EX resource called Wing Gundam Bird Mode.
Wing Gundam Bird Mode. I don't think it's the greatest right now. I can see people playing it at like 2 of.
2. But
it's a 3/3 that places an EX resource, so it does ramp you a level and it ramps you a temporary resource.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 2/2, which does suck. It's a 3 cost 2/2, which does suck, but it does get you to your Wing Gundam faster. I think you play 2 of this only if you're playing 4 Wing Gundam. You have to be playing 4 regular Wing Gundam to make this card work currently. You straight up 4 Wing Gundam, 2 Bird Mode, and you should be okay. It should be fine for you because the Wing Gundam can make up the tempo that you lost by playing Bird Mode.
Wing Gundam just steals tempo.
Exactly. And I think in full set release though, if we get a better like something alongside Wing Gundam to ramp towards, Bird Mode becomes infinitely better.
A 3-drop 3/3. If it was a 3-drop 3/3, I could see it being infinitely better.
Even a 3-drop 3/2. It's
the fact that it's a body, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a body, but if we get something better, like to ramp towards alongside Wing Gundam, it becomes better because that ramping pays off more than just for Wing Gundam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our next card is MainDeck. It's a 2/2. It's a level 2 cost 3/2 vanilla. It's a great card.
This card is great.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a 3/2. It swings straight into EX spaces. Exactly. It swings straight into EX spaces. There's really not anything else to say about it. It's a good card.
Can come out for free.
Yeah, off of a card that we'll be seeing soon.
Yeah, this card's great.
Yep, good card.
The next thing is Hero Yui. I call him Huey.
Huey, baby.
Huey. He gives +3/+2 to Wing Gundam.
He does. He gives +3/+2 to Wing Gundam, makes Wing Gundam a 7/7, and he survives basically everything. So it requires your opponent to do something else to kill the Wing Gundam. Yep. The only other thing he links to is Bird Mode currently. So he's not Huey in his own right isn't great, but with Wing Gundam he's exceptional.
He links to both Wing Gundam, and Wing Gundam Bird Mode.
The other Wing Gundam, the 2/5. Yeah, you're right. So good card, great pilot. If you're
best
in green, you're running
second best pilot in green.
Yeah, if you're in green, you're running as many Hueys as you have Wing Gundams.
Oh man.
Our next one isn't great. It's a level 4 1 cost command simultaneous fire in main. You give a unit breach 3, which I just don't understand why you would want to do that with a command. You already have good breach cards. And then Troa Barton is the pilot. Operation Meteor gives +1/+1. I don't see a point in running this card.
So the point you run this card is to give heavy arms +1/+1 and give it link bonus, and it will automatically get breached.
Yeah, it gets breached, but yes, there's better pilots to run.
I'm not saying there isn't.
Yeah, the idea is there's just better pilots.
You can play like
outside of this.
If you're playing like a green-white crap build, I guess. Not crap. I'm not gonna hate on it because I like white green. It's a command, so it can work with like an academy like breach build, but
that's true. Yeah, you could find a spot for it, but overall it's not great. The next card I actually have been getting higher and higher on. It's Peaceful Timber. It's a level 4 1 cost command. Action during this battle, your shield area cards can't receive damage from enemy units that are level 4 or lower, and that includes breach damage. Yep. So it just stops an attack, and that can be good enough. It's also a pilot, Quattro Rabarba winner. Operation Meteor gives +1/+1. Sometimes it works out. It works out as a pilot, but usually you're using it later in the game to stop like a Shenlong or stop, something from dealing damage to you, so you can have a little bit more resources for late game to be able to take some attacks later. Pretty good card.
Yep, I like it a lot. Next card is Saint Gabriel Institute. It's a 2/2 base, or it's a 2 for 2. 0/5. You'll add a shield to your hand when it's deployed, and then you look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You'll place one of them on top and the other one on the bottom.
I've never actually played with this card.
I've played with this card.
Like, I think.
So this card it's good in aggro in a sense. Like if you're just playing like green, go fast. Like you can play this in green, white, go fast, and cycle your cards.
Yeah, so you can, figure out what your
Yep.
next. You,
You want to
you look at
make
your
sure
next
your
two
next
draws,
play
and
is
yep,
correct. This
yep,
card
that's
is
fair.
good in green, white. But you're just
Yeah,
gonna play Archangel instead.
yeah, you're gonna play Archangel instead and Fall Mel. It's if you run it at a couple copies
I can
just so
see you
you can
running it
get
at like
that
one or
filter
two just to come in
to
clutch.
yeah to get that filter is perfectly fine, but it's not. There's better bases to run.
Yeah.
Our next one is Zaku 1. It's a 1-1-1-2. Don't play it. On to the next card.
Zaku 2, though, this card is a 1/2. You play it for 1, level 2. May not seem good on the stat line, but when it attacks, it gets +2. So that
Yeah,
just clears the EX base.
yeah, straight up.
Clears it.
Like going second, first turn, playing a Zaku 2, knowing you're clearing their EX base immediately, like feels great. It's just a great card.
Clear that base, baby.
Yep. No, really nothing else to say about it. You if you're in green, you slap 4 of that in the deck.
All right, now
Our next card
the Prego
is a
Man.
pilot. And we are it's a 3-1. It's Char Aznable. At burst, it adds to his hand, which makes it really good. And then it's a +1/+1. The unit that's attacking that it's paired to gets AP +1, and if it's linked, it gains high maneuver. And there are a good number of there's some decent cards that you can link to it to give it high maneuver that we'll see later. This is a really good pilot for green.
This is this is the pilot that closes out games for green.
Yeah,
If you've
for
watched
sure.
our first Gundam gameplay video, this card just
Yeah, yeah.
or the second one, our second gameplay video, this just closes out games.
Yeah, closes out games. It works with Charzaku 2. It works with, I think, Gelgoog. It works with
That's it.
Rick Dom.
Does it work with Rick Dom?
Yeah, Rick Dom's a Xeon.
Rick Dom is
You don't it doesn't link to Rick Dom, but it works with Rick Dom.
well, no, doesn't link to Rick Dom. It does not give Rick
You're
Dom.
right, it has a link. You're right, whatever. It works with Gelgoog and it works with Charzaku 2. Shut the fuck up.
It gives +1 attack to anything that it pairs with.
Yeah, that's true. Like
So
it just becomes a
essentially
2-1
it's
to
just a
anything.
2/1 pilot for
at the very least. All right, let's look at the best green base.
Where is it? Let me find it. Oh, it's Fall Mel. Sorry, all the green bases just suck, but this is the best one. It adds shield to your hand, and you play out a Charzaku 2 token, which is a 3 attack power, 1 HP token. Rest.
Yeah, rested.
Rested.
It's
Guy's still gonna take.
It creates a dude on board. The thing to remember though, the thing to remember is that it's only on your turn does it create a token. The token. It's a level 3/2 cost with 5 defense. But regardless, playing the shield and creating the token creates a body on board that they have to deal with.
Yeah, it creates the body immediately, as where white base has to take another 2 resource to play.
Yeah, but white base brings him out as stood, not as rested. So Bommel's good. It's not the best, but like regardless, if they don't deal with your token, you have 3 damage going somewhere next turn.
Yep.
Next, we have Charzaku 2. It's a level 3/2 cost, 3/2, and it has a really good ability. During pair, when it's destroyed, you deploy a rested Charzaku 2 token, the 3/1 token.
Yep.
And it links to Char Aznable,
which gives it high maneuver, by the way.
Yep, and swings straight into any base to destroy it. And then they have to kill it. Yep, then they have to kill it, and then you create a token, then they have to deal with your token. Really good.
You swing it into anything you want dead.
Mm-hmm. Charzaku 2 is really good.
Yep. The next card is why Magnac. Yeah, Magnac can be played for free. Sandrock Gundam. It's a level 5, 3 cost. 4/4 that links with Peaceful Timbre.
Yep, Quattro Barber winner.
And deploys 1 Magnac Corpse unit from your hand. So Magnac is the only Magnac Corpse unit currently.
Currently.
So I expect when the set comes out, we might have one or two more cards that this
Yeah,
card will be able to deploy.
and Sandarak becomes so much better. It's also a level 5, so it can be swung into by Wing Gundam. And
Yep.
a 4/4, which is a really good stat line for 3 resources. Like 3 resources, it's a 4/4, can't be swung into by Wing, and deploys a Magnet Corps for free. It's not super good right now because you have to have the one specific card, but it's going to be really look out for
I
this card
think
in set release.
green blue still plays it though, because it's just play 2 dudes. It's go fast.
Yeah, you could play it. You definitely play it. Play a couple of those in slot form Maganak in the deck.
Yeah, because they're already playing.
If you see them together, then
yeah,
you're good to go.
The next card
is going to be Rick Dom. It's a level 3 2 cost 3/3, and it has Breach 2. So at first glance, Rick Dom doesn't seem great because Breach 2 doesn't kill the EX base and it doesn't kill any normal base.
But it does it does hit a shield.
It does hit a shield, but also if you're breaching, that Breach 2 is actually a lot better than it seems to swing to hit a base with, because a lot of good stuff has 3 attack, like good low cost stuff has
like
3
that Zaku
attack.
2 that we looked at earlier.
Exactly. So that Breach 2 deals the 2 damage you need, and then your other unit deals the extra 3 damage to go through it. Good card. 3/3 stat line is really good, especially for a 2/3 or a 3/2, sorry. And yeah, straight up just really good card.
100%. All right, the next one is the only other unit that links with Char Aznable, Gelgoog. A 4/3, 4-drop for 2, or 2-drop for at level 4. It's the only other thing to get high maneuver with Char.
Yeah, but regardless, it still just has a great stat line.
It's fantastic stat line.
It's Rizal for 1 more level, really.
Mm-hmm.
And links with a better pilot, and links with a pilot. Yeah, really good card. Really not anything else to say about this card. It's just super.
It gets there.
Yep.
And then Heavy Arms, Gundam Heavy Arms is I think a very solid unit.
Yeah, it's a level 4 for 2 cost. It's a 3/4, and then when it's paired, it gains Breach 3. It does link with Trua Barton.
The card that we said might be like a good 1 or 2 of earlier.
Yeah. So it's good. Like, it's probably, I would say it is the weakest Breach unit right now, because you have to pair it to give it the Breach. But the 3/4 stat line is pretty good.
So in green blue, you pair it with Armor Array to give it the Breach. After it's sat on the board, you rest a dude and you swing into it.
Yeah, you play it, then Armor the next turn. Yeah, that's definitely
you're like, all right, here's a Gundam Heavy Arms, deal with it.
For sure. But if I need space for like a level 4 2 cost with a good stat line, and I have to, you know what I mean, and I have to pick.
You're playing Gelgoog.
This and Gelgoog, I'm definitely picking Gelgoog. But Heavy Arms, like, there's no problem with running Heavy Arms in your deck. Yep. Their next card is going to be Wing Gundam. Another Wing Gundam. This is a level 5 2 cost vanilla. That's a 4/3, and it links with Hero Yui. At first, it doesn't seem super good, and then you realize it's a level 5, and it skips away from the other Wing Gundam. And 4/3 is a great stat line, honestly. The only thing, quote unquote, holding it back. Yeah, the only thing, quote unquote, holding it back is the fact that it's level 5. But when you're in the color that ramps, I think this card may be a better vanilla in full set, when like the ramping,
because it's in the main set. It's a card in the main set.
Yeah, in full set release, it might get better. For now, it's good. I haven't found space for it personally, but it's no harping if you run this card. Plus, it gives you another unit to link with Hero Yui.
Yeah. What, Peter?
We have a Peter appearance?
I have a Peter.
Hell yeah. This video just got 15 times better.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe for Peter. All right, Dave, what's our next card?
The next card is Chang Wufei.
No. Before that.
Before that? Oh yeah, it's your Gundam. Shenlong.
Yeah.
Shenlong Gundam. Reach 3, level 4, 3 cost, 4/3 links with Shang Wu Fei. This card's very nice.
It's really good. Yeah. Breach 3, just straight up 4/3 stat line, really good, trades well.
Yeah. And then when you use the pilot it's with.
Yeah, the pilot, which is Chang Wu Fei, it's a level 4 1 cost. Burst added to your hand, as all the good pilots have. It's a +2/+1. And during your turn, if this unit has breach, it can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 3 or less AP, which is really cool. You swing into a weenie, you don't take any damage. And now your 6/4 Shenlong Gundam is still a 6/4, and they're probably going to lose another dude to kill your Shenlong Gundam.
Yep.
Really good. Chang Wu Fei is really good.
You can put it on any unit with breach.
Any unit with breach. Yep. It pairs with heavy arms, because heavy arms gains breach when it's paired. Rick-Dom, even if you have to wing Gundam. Like
even if you have to throw a Barton a dude.
Our next card is
Citizens. Take a stand.
Take a stand. This card's trash.
This card's bad.
It's bad. It does have a burst, which makes it better, but it's still fucking garbage. Like,
yeah, burst. Add this card to your hand.
And all your units get +2 AP during this turn in main, so you can only play it on your turn.
You have to full commit your board.
Yep.
And then play it.
Yeah, don't play this card.
Unless you're playing in free for all.
Maybe I don't even know
wide enough, and your opponent hasn't touched your board.
I don't even know about in free for all, bro. No. I would want a command that
this card, unfortunately, is a wasted rare.
Yeah, it's a wasted. It is a rare. Yes. It's not good. This next card is also not good. It's First Contact. It's a level 3 cost. Burst, you place an EX resource, and main, you place a rested resource. You get a resource that you can't use. You do ramp, but you're not committing anything to field. Just feels really, really bad. It feels so bad.
I wish this card was also a pilot.
Yeah, if this card was a pilot too, it could be better. It may
make it a +1/+1 pilot. First, add to hand instead.
Yeah. If it placed a regular resource in main, it would be better as well. But all in all, maybe in full set release, this card may get better, but still, I don't think so. I really just don't think this card is worth running. And it luckily only takes up an uncommon slot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's green.
The white cards are goated with the sauce as well. The first one is Gundam Aerial Bit on Form.
It's been bid on.
It is a level 4, 2 cost, 3/4 that only links with Silhouette Mercury.
Yep, it's a decent card.
Card's okay.
It's fine.
Good vanilla.
Like not gonna scoff at you if you're running this.
No, this card's nice. This card's good.
Yep. And it becomes a 4/6 when it's linked with Silhouette Mercury, and which can take out quite a few things and still have some ass left over.
Can't get bounced by white, and then blue has a hard time resting it.
Yep. Our next card is super goated with the sauce. It's Demi Trainer. It's a level 1 cost 1/1, but it's got blocker, baby. White's got the best 1/1. Yeah. Demi Trainer is really good. Yeah, Demi Trainer is really good. Like, there's really nothing else to say about it. Like,
it's very good.
It's a great chump blocker.
All right, the very next card is Silhouette Mercury. She is goated with the sauce and these attempted to be built combo decks with white.
Yes, because of that ability. Let's go through it.
Level 4, 1 cost. She gives +1/+2 to anything she pairs with, and when the unit she's paired with attacks, return, choose one of your resources. It's active.
Yep. So being able to sequence those plays to get your resource back, to be able to play more stuff, or hold it on to play a command on your opponent's turn, just really good. The better pilots make better use of Silhouette Mercury. And She has really good skill expression.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a good pilot.
Yep.
Beautiful alt art as well.
Oh my god, yes.
Our next card is a base. It's going to be a level 2 1 cost Astacasia School of Technology Earth House. It's a 0/5.
Art is
Does the
decently
same
good.
thing. Yeah, does the same thing as everything else. Activate main, rest of space. All friendly link units get EP +1 during this turn. It seems cool, and then you realize it's only link units, and like how
So
many link units are you going to have on your field?
in the Academy deck, yes.
Yeah, it could get better. I think it'll get better in full release with
When
an
you see
actual
how
like
many
full
cards
Academy deck.
link with Academy unit, with Academy pilots, we'll be like, oh, this card actually has potential.
Yeah. So you have what Soletta and some other ones. Yeah.
Level 20, yeah.
For now it's not the best. I would much rather be playing Archangel if you're playing white base, but I can see its potential for sure. I can definitely see its potential. Our next card is really good.
Yep, Ale Strike Gundam.
Ale Strike Gundam.
Level 5, immune to Wing Gundam.
Immune to
4
Wing.
cost. Holy crap, that's expensive. Good thing it's in white and we could play Silhouette of Mercury.
Yeah.
It has blocker. It is a 4/4.
Yeah, it's got blocker. Mm-hmm.
It will be, by the way, when it's paired with a level 4 or higher pilot, you bounce a 4 HP or less unit to the hand.
Yep. Now this is mandatory, so you have to be careful when you use it.
Yeah, that's mandatory.
Yep. And it links with Kira Yamato.
Kira Yamato.
Which Kira Yamato is a really, really good pilot.
Very good pilot.
So yeah, Eel Strike just removes something from the board. It's a blocker. It can, bounce something, kill something, and then if you have the resources, refresh it
with an Archangel.
Just overall, really, really good card.
Out of the 3 bosses, I think it is the weakest of 3. However, has the most value.
What are you calling the bosses? You're calling Wing Gundam, Ale Strike, and RX-78?
Yeah. RX-78 is a little bit better because it can clear and then live.
Heal. Yeah,
it can clear and live against Ale Strike. However, Ale Strike provides a better tempo in terms of what's on the board.
Yeah, it provides better tempo with what's on the board, but also like the fact that links with Kira Yamato, you bounce something, you swing into something, it deals less damage to you. The 4 costs, yeah, I think so.
That's the only problem with it.
If it still deals less damage to you because of Kira, and then you can refresh it. It's really like what good plays with Ale Strike are top tier. And our next card is going to be Strike Gundam. It's a level 4 2 cost. It's a 3/3, which is a decent stat line. And then on deployed, you filter. You draw 1 to ditch 1, and it links with Kira Yamato. I think the thing that makes this card the best is the fact that links with Kira. The filter is decent. And if you're in top deck mode, it does nothing to you. But if you're not in top deck mode, the filter is good because again, very few draw cards in the beta. Overall, it's really good. Overall, good card.
Next card is a 2/2 3/2, better than Lotto.
Yep, Strike Dagger. Card's good.
Doesn't link with anything, just 3/2.
No, but it's a turn 2 play that swings into an E.
Considerable vanilla.
Yeah, it's definitely a good. If I'm in white, I throw like 3 Strike Dagger in minimum in a deck because of the early game plays.
No, I think it's really hard to play against.
Depending on what I'm pairing it with, like because it's a 2/2 and it comes out so early, just to gain just to have tempo, field presence, it's a good card.
There is a better card to play.
What's that better card to play, Dave?
Dari Blade.
Darabalda is a 2/3, not a 2/2.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just costing 2, being in that same range of
but
2.
level matters. Level does matter. Strike Dagger can come out a turn earlier than Darabalda, especially if you're going first. Strike Dagger is definitely a better card going first.
I'll give you that.
Our next card is Kira Yamato, level 4 1 cost pilot. burst out to your hand, +2/+1, and on attack, it doesn't matter who he's on. On attack, give an enemy unit -2 AP. He just creates such efficient trades.
Only during the
Such
battle, so it's only for that unit's
disgusting.
attack.
Yeah, but he just creates such disgusting efficient trades that this card is really, really good because
Yep,
your
that card's
opponent has to, instead of swinging with a weenie to finish your dude off, they have to swing with something bigger to finish your dude off. So,
Yep.
yep, really not anything else to say about Kiryu Yamato. Just a really, really good pilot.
He pilots with he links with so many units too.
That's true. He does link with a lot of stuff because he has the Earth Alliance trait as well. So
Next card we have is a command card. It's a level 2 1 cost. Hawk of Endymion.
it's
Muflaga.
Hawk of Endymion.
Endymion.
Endymion. Endymion.
Getting them onions.
Getting them onions. There we go.
Alright, main in action, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP, return it to its owner's hand. If you're playing white, I think you should consider playing this card at 2 if possible, because this card is good.
I'm a fan of this card. I do like Witch better, but this is
No, you play both.
This is a good card.
Because this card is an Earth Alliance card as well. And it pairs and it links with
Muflaga.
another card that is also very good.
Yep. So yeah, overall a good card.
The
Pretty
next
big
card,
fan of Hawk of Endymion. Next card is Archangel, a really, really good base. Level 3, 1 cost. And its ability, it's a 0/5. Its ability is pay 2 once per turn, and then refresh an enemy, a friendly unit with blocker, and then it can't attack again. So swing with the Ale Strike, pay 2, refresh it, and now you have it up as a blocker. It can't get pinged down by like a gun tank or anything like that. Really, really good base.
Yep.
It is, you have to have the blocker on field and you have to have the resources and stuff. But if you can navigate being able to use this card optimally, it's super, super good.
Oh yeah, it comes in clutch. All right, this next card is Perfect Strike Gundam. Card is a level 5, immune to Wing Gundam's effect. 3 cost, 4/4. 3 cost, 4/4.
Pretty good.
3 cost, 4.
3 cost, 4.
Links with a Earth Alliance, Kira Yamato in the Hawk.
Yep.
It's also a blocker. And when it's deployed, you bounce a enemy unit with 1 HP. That could be a Tarzaku token that they just played out.
Yep, it could be a Demi Trainer.
A Demi Trainer. This card,
it's good.
I think if you're looking for a blocker and you're not maining white,
Perfect Strike is a good option.
Is a
Definitely
very
a good
good
option
if you don't want to commit to Ale Strike.
Yep. It also skirts Wing Gundam.
Yep. Immune to Wing Gundam. Let's go. I like that.
Yep. Our next card is also immune to Wing Gundam. It's Gundam Aerial.
It's a
level 5, 3 cost.
Yep.
And then if you got 4 more command cards in your trash, it costs 1. It's also a 3/3, and it links with Suletta Mercury.
Card's good.
This is part of the combo, the white combo deck.
Yep, the white,
where you're playing more commands than you usually do, and late game you just go pay 3. Here's 3 Gundam Aerials, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, here's Aerial, Michaelis, Silhouette Mercury, Silhouette Mercury, swing.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Are you dead yet? No. Crap, I died.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
And its alt art is
in its own
fantastic.
right. Yeah, its alt art is beautiful. We will be showing it on screen. In its own right, it's not great, but if you can hold on to it and get to the point where it becomes really good, it becomes really good.
Yeah, I usually put it down as like the last unit I play in my hand. I don't like pairing it with Silhouette. I like pairing it with something else. Like a Kira Yamato or an Amuro Ray, because then it just gets its value better.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. The next card we have is a level 4, 3 cost unit with blocker.
Yep.
And it links with Earth Alliance trait. This is
Yeah.
Launcher Strike Gundam. It's also a
Launcher
3/4, by the
Strike.
way.
Yep.
Card
It's a
is
good card.
good.
Yeah, it's a good card.
3/4. That 4 right there makes a big difference.
Yeah, the 4 butt is really good.
Anything with a 4 butt is very good, really.
4 butt, yeah, 4 butt. It has a link target. It has link targets. It costs 3. Just overall, just a really good, just steady blocker for your deck.
It's not immune to Wing Gundam, but it is
No,
very good for what it needs to do.
exactly. It's good for what it does. Our next card is Darabalde. It's a 3 cost or 3 level 3 2 cost 4/2
4/2, baby.
4/2, and then on deploy you bounce a 1 HP enemy unit. So those Charzaku tokens, Demi trainers, etc.
Ball.
etc. It also links with an academy trait.
Which so far, all that we've seen as Academy is Silhouette of Mercury.
So yep, Soletta Mercury. So, but
It'll be a
and it becomes a
5/4.
5/4 with Soletta Mercury, or a 6/3 with something like Kira if it's on the field, and then you link it later or pair it
Becomes
later.
like
It's a good
It
card.
becomes like a 6/4 with Banger Links. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's it's a decent card. Like, it's a good card. It bounce something. Sometimes you just slap it on the field as a 4/2.
Dude,
But
being a
sometimes
4/2 for 2 is
pretty good.
That's pretty
Yeah, it's pretty
terrifying.
dang- yeah. 4/2 being having the 4 attack and having an ability, I think losing that 1 HP to gain that ability is definitely worth it.
100%. All right. What do we have next?
Another card that you love.
Yep. The level 3, 2 cost. 3/3 Academy Link Michaelis.
Mhm.
If you have 4 commands in your trash, it gets +1/+1. So it's a level 3, 2 cost, potentially 4/4 that you can link with an academy.
Yeah, that's Soletta Mercury, so it becomes a 5/6. So yeah, no, good card.
So yeah, it becomes a
Okay,
5/6. So it's immune to all of White's bounces.
Yep.
And all of Blue's rats.
Well, almost. It's not immune to Ailstrike because Ailstrike is level. No, it's HP. It's HP. It's HP. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
It is just not immune to Wing Gundam.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not immune to Wing Gundam. But it only this. I think this card currently only works in the combo style deck, the white combo style.
Yeah,
deck.
the command combos.
Yep. Our next card is going to be Strike Gundam. It's a level 4, 2 cost, 3/4, and it links with Kira Yamato. Nothing to write home about. It's a good card.
It's a 2 cost, 3/4. It's a 2 cost.
It's a 2 cost 3/4.
It doesn't have blocker, but that's fine because it links with Kira and
Yamato,
that line is just good.
2 cost.
So, yeah. 2 cost.
2 cost. It costs 2. Our next card. What do you think of our next card?
M1 Astray. Level 2. Cost 2. 2/2. Doesn't link with anything. But if you have another Triple Ship Alliance unit in play, it gets +1 attack and blocker.
Yep,
Which
and that
means
counts
if
itself.
you have another copy of itself, or Perfect Strike Gundam, it will get +1 in blocker.
And that's just Perfect Strike, right
and
now,
itself.
right? Yeah, just itself in Perfect Strike. So it's not. I don't think this card is worth running currently. It might get better in full set release with more Triple Ship Alliance units, but currently I don't think you would want to. There's plenty of good blockers to run instead of this.
Yeah, because your opponent could just answer the other
one, and then
like if you have 2 of these, yeah, you have 2 blockers. But if you block with one and it dies, the other one doesn't have 0
blocker. Yeah, 2 -1, 2 Astrays -1 Astray is 0 blockers.
Yeah.
So not worth it. Our next card is going to be Gul Jaturk. I totally probably butchered that. It's a level 3, 1 cost pilot. Burst, add it to your hand. He gives +1/+1. Activate main once per turn. If your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, set this unit as active. It can't attack during this turn.
Before you say anything, this card has the Academy trait. Links with some good cards. White's thing is bouncing cards to the hand.
Yeah.
So my opponent could have 6 cards in hand, have a linked unit on the board. I will play a dude,
You
bounce
could play
it,
it with
bounce a dude with Dara Blade or Darabalde.
yeah.
They now have 8. You link Jetter on it. You swing for 5, and then you set it back to actives to save it.
I mean, what's his level is 3. He doesn't work with Ale Strike.
Yeah, it's a problem. But if Ale Strike's sitting on the board, you have Ale Strike. If it lives a turn, because Wing Gundam can't remove it, you can decide if it lives a turn or not. You put Geld Jetter on it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work because Ale Strike needs a level 4 pilot.
Oh, this card sucks.
This card sucks, bro. Like, it's not worth running. You've got Suletta and you have Kira. There's, you even have fucking Hawk of Endymion. You've got Mulaflaga.
So the only reason why this card doesn't suck is because of the Academy combo deck.
Yeah, it can be played in that.
It has 2 link targets.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mikalis and Dara Blade.
Overall, it's a pretty shitty pilot, though.
Yeah, it's not the best pilot.
The next card is not shitty.
This card is GOAT. This card is the GOAT.
Yeah, this card's
level
really
5, 2 cost command card. The Witch and the Bride. On burst, you activate the main, which is also an action.
Hear Peter.
So, Peter. That was Thickums, but
oh, Thickums! Oh shit, it's Thickums.
It's Thickums.
It's Thickums.
Choose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP. Return it to the hand. So you know all those things that are immune to Wing Gundam? Damn, be a damn shame if they went back up in your hand.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Be a damn shame.
Especially the burst just activating for free is really good. And then the 5 or less HP, like this is the
card's
difference.
Great.
Like,
if your opponent has 2 resources up and they're playing white,
you have to look out for Witch and the Bride.
You have to be ready for Witch and the Bride.
Yeah,
if they're playing white blue, you have to be on the lookout for Witch and the Bride and intercept orders.
Yeah, and this card it removes every blocker currently,
except a Ale Strike or Perfect Strike Gundam with a Silhouette of Mercury.
Yes, but I'm just like base form.
Base form, it answers anything.
It answers every blocker. It answers so many things. Even if they're like linking and swinging at you, if they just tapped out, you put it back in your hand.
Yep. And like I was saying with Jetter, if like he's attached to somebody and you just Witch and the Bride something, and they have 8 cards.
I can put them to 8.
Yeah.
But being at 8 is like there are times where you're at 8 cards in hand, but you get very low very quickly once you hit
blue,
like mid-late
white
game.
And like the blue-white decks, like they can maintain a hand very easily.
They can, but currently in the beta, like it's a very, very often that you're at under 8.
So I had a game today where my opponent had to ditch down to 10.
Jesus Christ. What did you see? 4 affection, 4 fucking resolve.
Yeah, I was playing it, but I didn't know.
But the Witch and the Bride, really good card. And the better the pilot, the better this card becomes.
Yep.
And then we have the best draw card in the game.
Overflowing Affection for 1 cost at level 2, so you can do this on your first turn, going second.
I love doing it on my first turn, going second. Yeah, draw 2, ditch 1, baby. Really good card. Like seeing more of your deck is really good. And again, we've gone through this whole list so far. Very few good draw cards in the game, so this is just.
And this card's one of those key cards for that combo deck I'm talking about.
Yep, because you draw 2, ditch maybe a command, and now
it's one of your excess commands.
Yep. So you're already at 2. Yeah, really, really good card. Overflow. If you're in white, it's an instant 4 of, and the alt art is beautiful. Instant 4 of. And our next card, unfortunately, is fucking. I want to make this card work, but I can never see the I can never see make it work. It's a level 2, 1 cost. It's naval bombardment. It's another command. On burst, choose an enemy unit. It gets -3 AP during this turn, and then as an action, choose one friendly unit with blocker. It gets AP +3 during this turn. There's ideas of like you have an ale strike out, and then like a rested ale strike or something, and they swing into it with a wing Gundam, and you naval bombardment your ale strike. But like, when does that ever happen? It's just not. It's just not. It's not.
So you swing with Demi Train.
They block
Do you
with ale
understand
strike.
now?
They block with ale strike, and you go naval bombard. It's but you there's just so many better commands to be running than this.
Then ditch it off with overflowing affection.
You have better commands to ditch off of overflowing affection, Dave. Don't tell people to run this card. Please don't.
I think every card should have a chance to be played until it is
I tried to play
that.
naval bombardment, and it's god awful. Like I couldn't
I think your deck building skills are god awful.
Okay, we're gonna end the video there. Thank you all for watching. We are always, as of course, this was the MainDeck Masters, objectively correct, nothing wrong with it. Don't add us. Non-biased, perfect beta set review.
Like and subscribe. You know where to go.
Like and subscribe.